Did you think it was that easy? Oh, Jota died. Liverpool winning Premier League. Jota died. It wasn't the tribute this year, was it? The fact of the matter is, they did win the Premier League ultimately before he passed away. They won the last Premier League for him before his death. Now it's 0 out of 6 points at the City of London, and they still have to go to the Emirates. If both teams are tied, Arsenal win the Premier League. Goal differential of +7 over Liverpool. First loss of the year to the Palace of the Queen. The goal scorer in that game was Eddie Nketiah, former Arsenal player. The first goal scorer of the season of the English Premier League was number 22 on Liverpool. Man United lost with 22 shots against Arsenal. Arsenal win the Premier League 22 years later. It is over. Arsenal have already played Man City. Pep Guardiola is going to help out his friend Mikel Arteta. Man City are going to win and beat Liverpool. Mikel Arteta is going to get some help. Arsenal beat Liverpool at the Emirates. Crystal Palace denied Liverpool the title. Guehi, the defensive center back, Crystal Palace didn't sell him to Liverpool. That is going to cost Liverpool the title. Crystal Palace of the Queen, what did they do? Did they sell Eze to Tottenham? No, they sold him to the Queen. The Palace sold him to the Queen's team, the Arsenal. In year 26 is about the Queen. It was always about the year 26 for the team whose biggest fan was the Queen. That is still the biggest, most supported team of the Royals as a whole. Arsenal is 25. The last match of the season is against Crystal Palace. The last match of the season. Arsenal are on top of the table after a win over Queen Elizabeth's second favorite team, West Ham United. That was her second favorite club. She had two clubs. Her most supported team, her number one team is Arsenal. Number two was West Ham United. Notice how they won a Europa Conference League title after her death. That was a tribute to the Queen when they defeated Fiorentina La Viola. The violet, purple is a color of royalty. Now, Arsenal have to win and will win the Premier League this year. It is undeniable at this point that Arsenal are winning the Premier League, that Pep Guardiola, when it's clear that Man City are not going to win. The match that's going to decide the league is Arsenal at Manchester City. Manchester City have to beat Liverpool in order to stay in the title race. That is what's going to happen when Man City play Liverpool in November and February the 7th. Arsenal beat Liverpool January the 7th. Man City and Arsenal to decide the Premier League. April the 18th, a draw at the Etihad 2-2, a draw 0-0 at the Etihad. This time, Arsenal win at the Etihad. Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta wins the Premier League when he beats his mentor, his understudy before becoming a manager, Pep Guardiola. That is your scripted English Premier League. Arsenal no longer have to travel to Old Trafford, to Anfield, to St. James Park, and they no longer have to travel to Stamford Bridge right after they play in November. They don't have to travel to these venues during the new year. This is going to favor the Arsenal for the rest of the season. The schedule is designed to favor Arsenal during the months of January through May. Is Liverpool going to lose against Man United? No, they should beat Man United. They want a manager sat. Ultimately, it looks like Chelsea could still get top four, that Maresca's not going to get sacked, that this was a rallying cry. He is dealing with a legitimate injury crisis. So the manager that the British media wants to get sacked next, because they're always looking to sack someone with media pressure, is Ruben Amorim. Man United are going to lose against Liverpool. Is Liverpool going to sack another manager? So the managers that they sacked were Jose Mourinho after a loss against Liverpool. I think it was 3-1, 2019. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, his last match was against Liverpool. And Liverpool did beat him 3-0. It wasn't his final match, but ultimately, after a month or so, it led to the firing of Erik ten Hag. So this could be the final match of Ruben Amorim next week. These guys want money for the top four. They only beat Sunderland. Well, they usually lose against Brighton. So you imagine if they lose against Liverpool, when is Amorim going to get sacked? This is in Crystal Palace have not lost a game yet. So you look at the fixtures. When is he going to get sacked? Well, I think Man United, West Ham, they're both two new managers. Espirito Santo and a new manager for Man United, definitely by December the 3rd. So when do you think Amorim's going to get set? Against Liverpool, 19th October. After Brighton, 25th of October. Nottingham Forest, November the 1st. And then Tottenham, November 8th. And then Everton, playing for the European football spot, help pay for the new stadium. Everton on the 24th, Crystal Palace, November the 30th. So the end is near for Ruben Amorim. Liverpool are going to leave him closer to his sacking. And Liverpool's defense is in complete shambles right now. The defense is terrible. He won with Jurgen Klopp's team. Can Arne Slot win with his team? That is the question mark. He won with Klopp's team. That was Jurgen Klopp's team. Buster turnover, new guys, the defending is terrible. The numbers don't lie. Chelsea could have easily had 3 goals. The defending was terrible. Liverpool allowed the goal against Galatasaray. They allowed 2 goals against Atletico Madrid. Liverpool's defense is in complete shambles. 9 goals allowed. Arsenal have scored more goals than Liverpool. The number one thing that is costing Liverpool is the defense. Liverpool have played Burnley already. Arsenal have yet to play Burnley. And Arsenal haven't played Wolves either. Aston Villa should still be a tough team, I think. They're at the bottom of the table. I think Aston Villa should still be a tough opponent. I think. It looks like Wolves here. They haven't played against Liverpool yet. Okay, but Arsenal already did play Man City. Those are 6 points up for grabs right there. You know Liverpool are going to drop some points against Man City. That's why Arsenal are the favorite to win the Premier League. This is the year that they do ultimately get the job done. You need a well-balanced squad to win. The numbers don't lie. Even if it seems like at times it appears they only score goals through set piece, Arsenal has scored more goals than Liverpool, and they've only allowed 3, and Liverpool have allowed 9 goals, and they could only score against Arsenal through set piece. That was a great free kick on that guy's part. But matches are fixed on a week-to-week basis. They drop points against City, they drop points against Liverpool, and then they find themselves on top of the table. Because Liverpool lose against an injury-riddled Chelsea team. All of these injuries of Chelsea. It's over. Arsenal are going to win the Premier League. Is AC Milan, we'll talk more about the Scudetto. Let's find out how Milan do against Juventus tomorrow. We'll talk more about the Scudetto and how Bayern Munich on top of the table impacts their chances of winning the Champions League with Harry Edward Kane.